Hiya. Let's open this portal. Call in our spirit team. Ask for clear and concise messages. Nick here. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. Yes, I'm still in my jammies. It's early. Oh. 7. I have my door open here and I have birds on my roof and they're dropping all sorts of stuff. So this is going to be a general collective spirit message. We've done the earth, air, fire, water. Now we're doing the spirit. This is a spirit message. And we have our birds on our roof dropping all sorts of stuff for confirmation. So thank you to the spirits that are assisting in this. If you don't know me by now, I don't do tradition. It's whatever comes through in this portal, in this read for this message. So I do read cacao cups and I do pull cards and interpret them however Spirit wants me to on the day. Listen to those footsteps. We have incoming messages. They're coming right over the top. Okay. This is just, I've got parrots on the roof and they're just, I love that noise. I love a tin roof for that reason. Okay, let's have a look at the cup. First off, I want to look at the outside of the cup. I'm hearing what goes up must come down. Now, can you see the hidden aspect here? Now, this is almost a mirror image as I'm looking in this one. What goes up must come down. This is about balancing of energies here. Now, this is also as above, so below. I don't feel like this is shadow work. I feel like this is... I can't even explain how this is. This is... Alright, this is feeling like a balancing of the scales somehow. So what's been up is now down. What's been down is now up. So I'm feeling like this yo-yo effect of your life is going to come into balance. And I'm hearing the word yo-yo as in almost like a bungee jump. What goes down must come up, and it's at some point it has to stop and just stay on an even keel. This is what the spirits are telling me here. Oh, yep. Okay. Let's get on with the read. Whatever's coming is, they're telling me smooth sailing. Where you've come from, if it's been rocky, I'm feeling like it's all being balanced out now, and it's very calm waters you've got coming in now. And lots of enlightenment and lots of knowledge. Okay, somebody's been sitting by the fire. Oh, okay, somebody fire scries and gets their messages from the smoke. Okay, so you know when you light an incense stick and how it moves, you can get your messages from. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who does that, but also reads flames. Oh, I'm so excited. We're almost ready to start, you know, fire season. We're allowed to actually have a fire again. I love working with the fire element. But I feel like I'm talking to somebody else who does that too. Oh, yep, okay. Now, what did I say about as above, so below, and your balance of the scales? We have the Justice card. As above, so below. Oh, okay. Systems are falling. Old patterns are crumbling. Everything is coming to light and being exposed. And I feel like the divine feminine, excuse me for the masculines, but the divine feminine is the one that's going to destroy these systems from within. As in, if the masculines have not integrated their feminine energy and their feminine aspect, there is justice coming. So if we've got a masculine energy, a male, that has embraced his inner feminine and his divine feminine within and balanced his own energies, not a problem. They will stand beside us. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but they're going to have to face justice. Simple as that. Anything run on imbalance cannot move forward in the new world we're creating. It's as simple as that. Ooh, I sound like I'm preaching, I'm sorry. But we've seen it, we're seeing it come into light all the time. More systems are being exposed that are not run on equal balance of energy and equity. So we have a D, we have a H, we have an L, we have an N, and we have an R. I could be talking to a Leo or a Libra. Libra energy is there already. I'm also seeing Neptune. Where's Neptune at the moment? I'm not quite sure. The King Trident with the Neptune energies coming through. All right. What's the message, Spirit, besides justice is coming? What cards am I using? I'm going to ask the witch. Yeah, I'm going to ask the witch. I'm going to just cut this deck. Listen to the spirit on the roof. There's birds on the roof. The Emperor. Card 4. Okay. So, I haven't had this one for a long time. Different decks, different artistry, different messages come through. This particular energy, so quite often I see the Emperor as lording it over his realm and a very dictative, authoritarian figure, masculine energy. Now, in this particular one, I'm the king of the castle. It's coming through with an authoritative energy. However, very isolated and actually left himself trapped. Now, see the tidal waves coming in. The waves about to come crashing down. I'm just interpreting how I want today. So I feel like you've definitely taken down some systems. We've got card 6, the Lovers. We're breaking all patterns. All right, we're breaking all patterns. I'm going to cover this. Do I have to cover this? Now, this is your traditional. She got... I can barely see it with my eyes, but just in case. Now, all right, we're interpreting it different again. I'm listening how they want me to say it. So this is being represented as a moth, a hierarchy that has particular set patterns of how lovers are supposed to be. Now, if you have a look, these two are actually hand in hand running away, and I feel like they are running away. They're both happy. No, they're not actually. They're not. Now, if you can have a look at the feminine energy here, she's collared. She's literally collared. So I'm feeling like this is reevaluating the systems of balance. Absolutely. In relationships, in our earthly realm, just complete shake-up of systems. Now, is she grabbing him by the hand and saying, come on, let's break free? Or is he he quite happy with himself because she's collared. There's a lot of shadow work here now. I'm being drawn to the element of the light and the dark here. Now, the feminine in this picture, her right leg is in shadow, completely in shadow. Now, for me, the right leg represents some masculine energy. So there's still some shadow work around the masculine energy that needs doing here for the lovers to be a more balanced union. She's collared and she's got her right leg in shadow. Now, right represents masculine, your masculine energy. So she's still, and also her right arm. So her right side is still bound by masculine energy. And I'm going to say the word bind because she's collared. Now, something is not quite right in this balanced union here. They're showing me the crown. Okay. Have a good look at, hang on, I've got to get this down a bit. Have a good look at these two beings here. There is definitely a control element here, and it's not necessarily very good energy. So the feminine in that one, the divine feminine, must rise to be of equal balance because she's still carrying the shadows of the masculine, and they're still being lorded over and dictated to with this Emperor energy. So things have got to shatter and balance, and justice has to come in, okay? Yeah, I wanted to roar. I do that sometimes. That's a baby one. Okay, where are we? We've got the Page of Swords. Oh, Ponzi. Straight off the word Ponzi come to. Sorry. No, I'm not. Ponzi. Apprentice novice energy, full of enthusiasm. Swords are mental and words. And you got the Page energy. This is what we're dealing with. And we've got to start looking at what we're actually dealing with here. Sorry, he's come through as a right Ponce. You know those ones, like, he's coming through almost as a prince here, not a king, a prince. We can use, if we look at this as the butterfly of a monarch butterfly, if we have a look at the monarchy system and the princes that think they lord over, and it turns out they're right ponces, and they they lose their throne. You know who I'm talking about. All right, we have the Magician card here. Now, in this particular representation, we're going back to ancient roots. We got no nudity here, nothing I can see. Now, this is a balance of the elements. Now, this is taking our power back massively. We're going back to the ancient times when we used to be out in the forests and doing our own ceremonies. And this is when the divine feminine used to be powerful. And this is about embracing that energy as, again, to step into the magician's role, because we can create whatever we like if we've got these elements, energies balanced. Oh, thanks, Spirit. There, I've got whoever I'm talking to. I'm feeling this raw power, this primordial rawness coming from the sacral, the fire in the belly. I'm feeling the fire in the belly. Now, we've got the Fool card here, which is your blank slate energy. But if you have a look at the pictures, the Fool is running in the wrong direction. Now, this is definitely the feminine energy. We've got two people on this card, which the Fool card usually only has one. Now, this feminine aspect, the fiery feminine aspect, she's got the red dress on. She's full of fire. She's yelling out, "Hey, fool, you're going the wrong way." I could read more into that, but I'm going to be censored if I do. We have a baby putting the hand into the fire there. Now in the last read it came through in a totally different interpretation. In this one, she's covering her eye like she's not seeing what's going on. While the fool gets away with everything, just running off with his sack of goodies there. Now it's time to take the blindfold off, take the collar off, open your eyes and realize that there's an awful lot of fools in this world who think they can lord it over. Excuse me. The covering of the eye is also about seeing with a different eye. Now, if you remember the story of Odin, sacrificing the eye to gain the spiritual wisdom, this could actually be representing the spiritual wisdom that this woman has to be able to see the emperor has got no clothes. The fool, the emperor, got no clothes. Thank you. See through the illusions and take a chance. We have the Four of Cauldrons here. This almost looks like a mourning process to me, of letting the past sleep. Coming to terms with the past has to be put to sleep. This is just what they're showing me in this depiction. The past has been quite painful for somebody, but it's time to put it to rest. I've got 3 cards here. I'm just going to take these 3. I love the way this artist has depicted these pages. They're right ponces. Sorry, I don't even use that word. It's not my word, but we've got the Page of Cauldrons coming in. And again, another poncy one. He's got his big hat. I'm just looking at the hairdos in this, you know. The hairdos of this. Now, this is literally your page boy cut here. And we've got this one with his comb over and trying to look suave and sleek, but he's poncy. And this one is too. You can put your big hat on. I don't know why I'm insulting the pages here, because they're novice energies and they don't realise that they're actually up against the Divine Feminine here. We have the Empress. Card number 3. So this is your fertile, this is your energy of rebirth and immortality. They're telling me this is the energy of immortality. The Divine Feminine, so if you look at your feminine DNA, your female DNA, your mitochondrial energy, it does not break down. It travels through the lineages and it does not break down. Your Y chromosome does. Oh, sorry, your masculine chromosome, whether I got XY, whatever. Your masculine mitochondria breaks down. The feminine does not. I might not have my terminology right there. Don't quote me on that. Does not. So this is why we've got the Ankh here written on the stone. She's sitting in nature, completely balanced with all the elements. And we have the element of rebirth, resurrection, immortality. And this is the Divine Feminine who cannot die. The Divine Feminine carries on through lineages and it just gets stronger and stronger. There may be a few generations there where it's had to be stifled and chained, collared, excuse me, voice cut off, throat chakra stopped, but she's rising. The feminine energy is rising. Now, I want to clearly point out this one. I'm really glad this particular card came up last, because it is not about emasculating. It's not about that at all. It's about joining forces. This is the King of Pentacles. This is joining forces with a true leadership energy of the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who can take leadership in this earthly realm. This is a completely balanced energy. Your Pentacles is balanced energy of all the elements. Can take control, can take leadership without lording it over, without being poncy or anything like that about it. This is the aspect. Now, this is a balanced energy of masculine and feminine, light and dark, earth, air, fire, water, spirit, capable of leading. This is not about taking down or emasculating. As I said, any male that has done the shadow work and embraced their feminine aspect, just as we've had to embrace our masculine aspect. Now, these are the ones that we want to work with. These are the ones we want to work with. If you have people like that in your life, please embrace them, bring them into this sacred space, this sacred new earth that we're creating. Bring them in, work with them, because this energy is needed. This leadership energy is needed to balance. To balance. If they cannot work with the divine feminine, there will be justice. But the ones that have done their work, thank you, the ones that have done their work are going to be standing by our side, united, and bring those systems down with us. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that was a very, I don't know where that was, what that was. I don't know what the energy of that was, but it's basically about where we're going. We cannot create the new earth without destroying the old one. And I don't mean physically, I mean the patterns, the systems, the control systems. It has to go, it has to crumble, it has to have its tower moment. And we must embrace these new leaders of this new earth, and it will be those balanced energies uniting. All right. Thanks, Spirit. Do we have any more messages? I don't think so. That's your Spirit message for today. And Aries season, we've crossed into a whole new realm here. If you felt the shift, it's time. It's go time. It's time to walk the walk. Literally walk the walk. Embracing the missions, embracing what we came here to do. Because we have things to create. As the old world crumbles, we have to replace it. We have to build. We have to get on building. And people like this are very much needed. Because the knowledge that the feminine brings through, the masculine has an equal amount of knowledge in different areas that we need. We need the spiritual realm, we need the earthly realm, and we need to bring that together into one space. Thanks, Spirit. Now, I'm going back to the Magician card here. If you have a look at the sword in her hand, I'm almost feeling like this is a huntress. We're getting the Artemis energy here. It literally is the huntress. We are going to be wielding our swords and destroying illusions. That's the word. We're destroying illusions and we're breaking systems down, but we have to have the builders and the architects to bring it together back in how we want. All right. Ooh, I'll probably get banned for this one. Oh, trust me, I've censored it. Okay, is that the end of the message, Spirit? All right, they told me pick up your selenite sword here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a shielding, blocking energies, and we're blocking energies, those that try to follow us into our spaces where they're not welcome, keeping our spiritual boundaries up. I'm getting told, remember who the fuck you are, and you are in control of your realm. You create your own reality. All right, I'm going to leave that message there. Closing this portal. Thanking our spirit team. Stay safe. Stay sane. Stay protected. And I particularly want to thank the ancestors there, their lineages that have come before us. You know, they've been waiting for you, right? Much love.